Like the
Put your
Michael.
video on, sir.
Yeah, I was just all access, damn it.
Because I'm charging my phone.
Oh, okay.
That's not fair.
It's
Sorry.
not fair to our
Do it on your
Patreon viewers.
computer.
That's what she said.
My computer doesn't have webcam. Because it's
How's your
TV.
computer?
Oh.
Oh, so buy a
A
webcam
TV?
for a TV.
That I don't have enough money for that. I have to pay rent. So actually,
Webcams are easy as shit.
I'm
They're
recording.
really cheap.
I'm getting a new TV this weekend, so we'll see.
Go to Best Buy. They got some great deals right now.
No, I'm getting it on Amazon already. It's 55 inch. I need a specific TV for gaming.
What's
4K
what's the
TV?
specs?
I'll send you a link.
Is it a smart TV?
Yeah, all TVs are smart TVs.
Not all TVs.
Pretty much nowadays they are.
Good ones are. But is like a Roku? Is it an Amazon like Fire TV?
Oh, it's Samsung.
Okay, so they have their own ecosystem.
Let me just find it.
Turn this off.
By the way, things I found out on my birthday. Did you know that Wendy's has a party pack of size of nuggets?
That sounds.
No.
What's
I
up?
knew you had a nugget feast, but I just assumed you ordered like 2 number 10s and called it a day.
No, it was my birthday. I saw a party pack. I was like, it's worth a shot.
How many nuggies do you get?
It's like 50. It comes in a giant bin.
I didn't know they did that.
It's only like $11.
And it comes with like fries and a drink and shit?
No, it's literally just a thing of nuggets.
Slack just sent me the weirdest text.
What did it say? I love you, Kate.
No, thank God. You being the daddy type was perplexing.
What?
What? I literally just wrote, what?
I hate that I'm saying this on All Access, but I don't care because he doesn't
Slack
subscribe
doesn't follow us.
He doesn't subscribe to our Patreon yet. Can we get him laid, or can we find him somebody not to love, but will actually?
Hey man,
love to...
we should have brought him to a strip club.
We should.
Wait, no, hold on. Didn't you say he does want to come and visit?
Mm-hmm. Him and his friends are trying to come to New York in the summer.
No, just get him to come in the summer, and we'll like take him around. I'll take off work and shit. You're like, Slack, we're gonna show you what America's really like. We're just gonna bring him to a strip club.
Well, no, I've decided, like, internally, like, when Slack comes to America, like, we're taking him out.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna put him to the test. We're gonna get him hammered.
We're gonna bring him to
Should we bring him to a parlay?
Yeah.
I don't understand. He said, like, the whole daddy thing, people calling celebs daddy. I was surprised you did it, that's all.
Does he not know females?
Yeah, I sent a link into the chat.
What is
I
this
don't get it.
for your TV?
Yeah.
Let me see what you got here.
Like, me saying daddy's a literal joke. Like, I would never call anyone daddy.
Suggested to do 70, but the Q70 is like $200 more. So I'm just like, I'm gonna get the Q60. It's the same thing.
It's just a 2019 model. That's all it is.
Yeah, well,
For
both
$722, you can definitely get this for cheaper at Best Buy.
Why are you hesitant to get it from Best Buy versus you wanted to get it off Amazon?
Well, I'll look at Best Buy. Don't get me wrong, but
For $722.93, yeah, you can definitely get this cheaper. Oh, with Alexa compatibility, that's why too. That is actually pretty dope.
what is it? It's the Q60.
QLD 4K Q60 series, yeah. 722 just seems like a lot for me, to be completely honest. For a 55er, if I go on Best Buy right now, probably find it.
No, the 49-inch is $700 on Best Buy.
The 49?
Yeah, and that's a 55.
Is that the latest model? Because the one you have on Amazon is the
2019 model.
2019 model.
All right, Samsung 55-inch Q60 series. Yep, here it is. Okay, $900.
Interesting. I didn't think it was that high.
It's actually $1,000, but they're saving a $100 save.
There you
Availability. Unavailable. Unavailable within 250 miles of Jersey City.
They said try again.
The 65-inch Q60 is $850. That's definitely let's see what model this is. The 55-inch. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
But I don't want or need a 55-inch, but in order to have the gaming specs in it, like the gaming, I guess, feature, they don't have with 49 inches or below, so it has to be 55 inches. Which is annoying, because that's why I'm getting a new TV, so it's better for gaming. And it has to be 55 inches, which is pretty nice, though, because I have enough space in my room. And I picked a coffee table off the ground the other day, so someone was throwing it out, and I snagged it.
Nice.
Alright, I am...
Oh my god, Issa's hysterical.
I've been recording. Huh?
Issa's hysterical on Twitter these days.
What happened today?
So some girl named Amanda says, I don't think there's anything worse than listening to someone eat a banana. And she goes, there is, when they make eye contact with you while eating the banana.
Yep.
In her not suitable for work video when Roman said, I'm next.
Is it not suitable or not safe?
It's I think it's both. But I want to say not suitable for work. Actually also but I also think both. I also think it's not safe.
I've always used safe. I've always said safe. Like
I've never heard suitable. Like that was the first time I heard suitable, but it sounds better. Suitable just sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe is the easier to understand.
All right, Kate, can you delete your audio so we can start again so it doesn't fuck me over in the back end?
No.
That's what she says.
Ricky, did you start recording yet?
I did not. I tested to make sure my audio was working, so we're good.
Okay. So, Kate, delete your audio, please.
Maybe.
Kate,
come on, you fucking piece of shit. All right, now I'm recording for the second time.
I'm also recording.
I'm recording as well.
All right. Say the words, Ricky.
3, 2, 1. Slack.
Bag.
Don't say that word.
I know. I haven't said it in so long, and once Nashville did, I started saying it a lot more. It's an issue.
Stop it.
We're gonna go teach Nash a lesson.
It's a great word, dude. I love it. I'm sorry.
So who are you starting with right now? So I know how to do this intro.
Goldberg.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great weekend to see wrestling Twitter burn to the fucking ground. Oh, it has been absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively here on Wrestle Addict Radio. I am your host, King Ricky Rose, and surprisingly enough, I don't have coronavirus. Go figure. You can find me.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me, yes. More birthday surprises coming at the end of this show. You can find me on social media, Adam Baxter Viggs, on all social media accounts. Find Kings of the Rings podcast social media at KOTR _podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to us each and every week on your favorite podcast listening platforms on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, just to name a few, by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio. Leave a 5-star review. Tell your friends about us. Get them to listen to us too. Business cards coming soon if you haven't gotten the clue yet. Find Wrestle Addict Radio's social media at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Facebook and Instagram. I had a great weekend. It was my birthday. I got some fun shenanigans to talk about. My bar host bought me balloons, which was so really thoughtful of them.
That's hilarious. I saw a picture. I was like, nice.
Ironically, first thing I said when I walked in, I was like, nice.
Nice.
Well, how are you this week?
I'm good. You know what? Speaking of coronavirus, I found out at work that they're splitting everyone into 2 teams, Team A and Team B. And it's mandatory work from home on Thursday for Team A, mandatory work from home for Team B on Friday. And I found out I'm not on either team, so I'm going to both.
You're fucked.
No, it's good though, because if I physically can't work from home, if they told me, Will, you work from home, I'm like, great. I don't have a control room at home. Like, what am I going to do at home? So they decided, I also am a contractor. It's like, okay, he's going to probably come in for both days, or you're going to be off the whole week. We'll let you know. So I might not get paid. I might not get paid for a week, so I might go back to Ubering. We'll see. I my updates at Will Tarashuk at T's and Thomas ARASHUK on the Instagramification. That's about it. That's pretty much all I use. Kate Murphy, are you working? Are you well? How are you?
I am working. My hours went up at the restaurant again, and it's a busy season because it's St. Patrick's Day, and I live in a town that has a parade, so fuck me. But, and I watched the CM Punk horror movie on Netflix this weekend, and it was interesting.
It is a movie with CM Punk in it. It's not the CM Punk movie.
He's the main character of the film and the feature attraction.
Does he die?
Rick, it is if you believe.
I will not spoil the end of the film for our
No one's
going to
see the CM Punk movie. He's probably dead.
Apparently it's like number 7 in like the top 10 Netflix movies this week. That's what it said when I put the movie on.
You and I watched on Netflix the other night. I watched back to back Good Burger and and the remake of the Pokemon movie.
Was it good?
Wait,
fantastic.
The one that came out last year?
No, the first one.
They remade Pokemon the first movie and put it on Netflix.
It's Mewtwo Evolution, and it's like updated graphics.
Oh.
The original was better just because it has all the nostalgic feels, but this one was a quality remake. I enjoyed it.
I thought you were talking
Also,
about
friends,
the
they added Space Jam to Netflix.
Okay. It's alright.
Do you not like Space Jam?
No, I love Space Jam, but like I have Space Jam. Like I'm not so gung ho about them putting Space Jam on.
So wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, if you love Space Jam, you can follow me on Instagram at the Kate Murphy and on Twitter at the Kate Murphy _. How the fuck don't you like Space Jam?
I know. I like Space Jam. What are you talking about? I'm a huge Jordan fan. Did you not see my room? Do you not know like the Jordan paraphernalia that I have?
Didn't you like cry in Chicago when you went to see the Jordan thing?
I did not cry in Chicago.
He didn't cry, but if he did, I wouldn't have blamed him.
There you go. Thank you, Will. Thank you for that stuff.
I got you, bro. Because it's your birthday. It's your birthday year. I got you.
It's my Jordan year. It's not my.
I'm
Jordan
mad
year
that
at
I
all.
didn't know about the concept of Jordan year until in like 5 years after my Jordan year.
Okay, go home and do it again.
Yeah.
Which is really funny. When I did turn 23, I had a Jordan, like at a Jordan shirt with like 23 and like glitter on it, and I wore it out.
On
So
your
I just,
23rd birthday?
Yeah, so we were like, how old are you? And I like pointed to my shirt. I was
You're
hammered.
such a douchebag. Oh my god.
It's so good.
No.
So good. All right, so let's get into some wrestling, folks. We had a really, really intense week of wrestling. It all started on Thursday with the preemptive Super Showdown from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in like a mall setting or something. It was a really interesting venue for them to have it because it wasn't really like a full arena, but it was hard to see the construction of the thing. But it was interesting. It was different. What I like about Super Showdown is always from a little bit of a different place in Saudi Arabia, so you get to see a little bit more of the town and everything. And to be honest with you, Super Showdown wasn't a super letdown, as Mr. Fretz tried to call it. But I think this show, of all shows, really helped to progress in some aspects the WrestleMania card.
It also pissed a lot of people off and buried AJ Styles, but that's okay.
It did not bury AJ Styles at all.
He already lost.
But he's gonna wrestle the Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's not a burial. That's like a thank you card.
That's an honor, yeah.
It's a great honor and a thank you card, but he already lost to him.
What do you mean? Oh.
Without getting his hat, Undertaker beat him without taking off his hat. All right, at least he took his hat off for John Cena.
Well, Cena took off his hat. It's only fair.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. I've been calling for this match for years. Phenomenal One versus the Phenom, and it's finally going to freaking happen. AJ Styles didn't win the aggro crag, but the Undertaker won the Undertaker should carry that freaking aggro crag trophy around. for like forever. Like you know how like they win these random trophies and stuff, and then they make the
Bring
wrestlers.
them everywhere they go.
Undertaker has to have it the whole time. It's got to be like the new urn. It's gotta be the new urn. Okay, that's what it has.
Obviously, I want to see Undertaker. I almost said CM Punk again. Undertaker, AJ Styles. I think they could have gotten there a better way. They could have had AJ win and then the gong go, and he shows up in the ring and does that whole thing with the hat. Like it's like he literally already pinned him.
But not really.
So what's the point of having the match? And he already pinned him.
No,
I don't see the point in Taker winning the tournament, but whatever.
Yeah. It's unnecessary.
He could have. All right, so I see what you could have done because they did kind of mess it up because you got the club involved. You know,
Right.
in the backstage segment, and that's how they brought in the Undertaker as kind of a surprise. What you could have not had the club involved. You could have had AJ actually go through that last match and then have the Undertaker appear in the ring, chokeslam him when like the ref is knocked out, quote unquote, and then have AJ lose.
You know what they should have done? Now that I think about it, like they have the club do that, but then the surprise is Mansoor, and him and AJ put on a barn burner, and the crowd goes nuts.
Undertaker comes and helps. Undertaker helps Mansoor.
You could do that. That's a good rub. Or you could have AJ still win and Undertaker come in afterwards. I think, Ricky, I like your idea better. You have Undertaker help Mansoor. Like, it would be so goofy. It would be like in 2002 when, like, he goes, "What's your name, kid?"
Mansoor.
Mansoor, sir.
I wouldn't hate a Mansoor and AJ match, though.
I mean, but, like, you know, he beat Dolph. Cool. But,
he's gonna beat everybody at a Super Showdown pay-per-view. He's literally only employed by the WWE to appear twice a year in Saudi Arabia, beat an established superstar, and then not do anything.
Actually, that's incorrect because Mansoor is actually turning with Evolve these days.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. If you're,
that's good for him.
That's very good for him.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave him the Evolve tour, like, look what Evolve did for the Street Profits. Will knows.
Oh, yeah. Look what it's going to do in hindsight for Austin Theory.
Oh, yeah, Austin Theory's going to blow up.
Oh, my God. Oh, what a great match between him and Ciampa. He can go. And that was a good match for him. What else happened? What else happened on Super Showdown? Oh, what everybody in wrestling Twitter feared. Because the only two things that we need to talk about on Super Showdown. Goldberg beat The Fiend. The mystique of Goldberg is greater than the mystique of The Fiend. And it was so shocking. We brought Mance out of retirement. We got Mance the Curse a lot on his
So I texted
podcast.
Mance like the minute it happened. I just texted him laughter. And
You're so mean.
I know.
LOL.
It was all caps, ha 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 ha. So he saw the text, and I guess my stream was like 30 seconds ahead of his. So he was like, I don't want to look at it. He's like, it's either they're right or I'm right.
Well, duh.
It was me.
Goldberg wins after The Fiend no-sells several spears with a hammer. It wasn't even a jackhammer. It was kind of like a hammer. Goldberg
It was a John Hammer.
Yeah. Pretty much. Good. The Fiend at the wrong point went Husky Harris on Goldberg, and it just wasn't good. But it works. It works for WrestleMania. It was so shocking. It broke wrestling Twitter. Not only did it break wrestling Twitter, it broke WWE's Instagram account. That is the most liked photo in WWE Instagram account's history. Over close to 900,000 likes.
Yeah, like
wild.
SmackDown tried to think that was a good thing. That's why that's really, I'm like, really? They tried to say like, the universe is so happy.
That's a great thing.
They tried selling it that those likes were meant as something of joy. No,
Why else would you? You can't hate like on Instagram.
You can't dislike on Instagram.
I should have read the comment section. I want to see what people were like saying about that.
Let me pull that up for you, my
Because
dear.
it must be a freaking firestorm in there. Goldberg winning obviously sets up Goldberg versus Roman in the Battle of the Spears. And I think that promo was
They're gonna spear each other and turn into Drew McIntyre.
Super Drew McIntyre. The only way
Oh, God. So I'm looking at the comment section of that photo.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I see that's not from a WWE superstar is from someone named CM Punk Fan 1970. So we know
that's going to be rich.
Maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's dead - CM Punk.
Well.
Yep.
Yes and no.
Right?
Yes and no. Vince doesn't get enough credit. I mean, Vince is, I think, better now as not the head guy. I think Triple H probably should be more involved, but when you lose Triple H, you're going to lose Triple H. Like, Triple H is not going to leave NXT anytime soon. You know, so it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. But now we get to cheer Roman. I thought that promo on SmackDown was great. Roman didn't have to say much. Roman's character shouldn't say much. Roman should speak with his fist.
Yeah.
More so than anything else.
They did set up the match well. And just to bump back to Super Showdown, like, The Fiend was, for all intents and purposes, the hottest thing in wrestling for a while. Now, granted, I agree it did cool down a little bit. He kind of lost his steam as soon as he won the belt. Because kind of it's like, well, because a guy like Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, he doesn't need the belt.
No.
Like, at all. But I think the problem with this is, it's like, listen, he's the champion going into WrestleMania. It's just, I think it's this almost disrespectful at this point. Like, the same thing happened with Kevin Owens that people are all angry about because they got to Brock.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, like, what's the point of giving this belt to this guy if you're going to take it off before the biggest show of the year? Like, you're showing you don't have faith in this guy who you just had faith in for all these months.
Yeah, but what was he doing with the belt? Like, he wasn't even being seen on television half the time.
Yeah, he doesn't need the belt. And I agree. I think Fiend Cena is a better match, and I think Goldberg Reigns is a better match. It's just how they got there. It will be forgotten in the history, but it just, for right now, it sucks. And I get why people are mad, and I'm one of them. And I understand.
Can I be honest about something?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Unpopular opinion, I don't think the Fiend's title run was that great.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was
Like,
kind of shit, to be honest.
Honestly, he's somebody that, like, I liked better, like, not as a champion. Like, you can be strong and you can be powerful without being in the title picture.
Correct.
I don't know. It's just boring as fuck.
There are some characters in wrestling that need a title to solidify themselves, and there are other characters who are bigger than the title. Like,
Taker's only won the belt, what, 5-6 times?
If that.
In 30 years?
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah.
He's main event of WrestleMania without the belt. That might not be true, but I'm
yes,
going to say
it is. Yeah. Michael's Taker 2 at WrestleMania 26 was the main event.
Yeah, I think Del Rio was a champion back then, so probably.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels' retirement match.
And I think CM Punk faced Jericho that WrestleMania as well.
That was WrestleMania 28, actually.
Okay, my bad.
It's fine.
But yeah. So, yeah, but again, like, some people are bigger than the title picture. And Bray Wyatt right now is one of those people. And I think him and Cena's going to be... If Cena's on TV for the remainder of it, it's going to be very, very interesting. But
Can we talk about that Cena promo?
I liked the promo. He was just walking in circles too much.
Well, he was playing his emotion because he was like...
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It was amazing. But
I can't believe I fucking fell for John Cena's promo.
It was good. I almost fell for it too. I was like, "Fuck, he's leaving!" It was so believable. Like you listen to him get choked up. You know, like he's like, "I'm leaving." You're like, "I don't know when I'm going to be back, but I wanted to leave in my hometown and everything." Like he really played the crowd, and then the Fiend came out. And some promos don't need words. You know, like the Roman Reigns promo after he beat Taker, WrestleMania 33. No words, spoke for itself. That promo, that part of the promo where the Fiend came out and just pointed at the sign and John Cena tipped his hat, that's all you needed. Your match is set.
I'm excited.
I didn't like it. Personally, I was just like, all right, okay, John, so you cut this great promo and like, you say, I'm gone, I'm not going back. Yes, I do. The point, man. It's just like, so wait, what convinced you? You got this doofy guy with this white dude with dreadlocks and a silly mask, and that's what got you over the edge? like an attack. The attack is more predictable, granted, but sometimes predictable is better.
I like that he didn't attack Cena.
Just-
there's a level of respect there for Cena that he didn't attack him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which
but
I thought that was an interesting nuance.
the whole Fiend's gimmick is attacking legends and adding those silly pictures to the wall. John Cena now is going to point.
Well, there's more to this story because he didn't speak, and Bray Wyatt's going to speak on SmackDown. There is definitely more to this story, and I think it's going to tie into when Cena beat Bray at WrestleMania 30, which everybody knows was the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to tie into that. I think Bray's going to go back to the point where he was legitimately Bray Wyatt, and he was one of the hottest gimmicks in wrestling. His gimmick was so on fire going into that first New Orleans WrestleMania, and Cena beat him. He's probably going to blame Cena for, his past and not going as well. So there's fuel to that fire. So it's like, I think he's going to play it like I've been lying in wait to kind of beat you. And when I finally beat you at WrestleMania, it's going to be the end of you.
But if you're telling that story and you want to make a statement to start that story, why'd you just do the points?
Because you're waiting. The Fiend wants to. If they do this correctly, you're going to have the Fiend look too embarrassing in front of a world audience.
Mm.
Not just a smack. I get attacking him in his hometown would also be perfect as well, but I think it's something that you slow.
And pointing.
You can put him in a trash can like the New Age Outlaws did to Mankind and throw him off the stage.
Yeah, with Chainsaw Charlie.
Chainsaw Charlie, yeah. Oh, what a moment that was. That was an MSG. But yeah, so I think that's what's going to happen. We'll see on SmackDown. But let's move along to the AEW. They also had a show. They had a Revolution. Our very own Nate the Effin' Great was on site for AEW Revolution. You can check out our Wrestle Addict Radio Instagram and some of our Wrestle Addict Radio Twitter because Nate was pretty much all over the place. There are pictures, there are photos. He did a post show, a 20-minute post show live on Twitter. So please check that out on our Wrestle Addict Radio Twitter page.
You know how people just go to concerts and the whole thing's like the Snapchat story?
That was Nate.
And he loved every second of it.
Yeah, which was great. It was great. And Nate, thank you for doing that. I think I thanked him Sunday morning. I was like, yo, you were on fucking fire. I was like, I love to see it. But I unfortunately didn't get a chance to actually watch Revolution. I was out doing shenanigans, but I know Kate Murphy and Mr. Tarashuk did. So give me a quick rundown. I know Moxley won the title.
It was fucking awesome.
And I'm hearing about Jericho's going to Fozzy.
The show kicked with Goldust and Jack Swagger. I know Jericho was Dean Ambrose for the IC title. It was great.
Yeah. There was a part during the main event where Jericho has stitches on his face from getting hit in the face. And fucking Moxley goes in and bites into his stitches.
That's a little gross.
Yeah,
MJF puts Cody's toe in his mouth at one point.
It's all right. I've seen worse things like Cody's neck tattoo.
Oh yeah, that's bueno, dude. That's fucking disgusting. I hope it's not real.
It is real.
It's so real.
I know, but I hate it.
There's more than one wrestling royalty.
Okay. So I have two feelings about the tattoo. The tattoo itself, the placement is shitty. And if you wanted a neck tattoo, I think it should have been scaled down more. However, the meaning and the symbolism behind the tattoo and the placement is actually really good if you think about it, because it's the American dream symbol, yada, yada, yada. He literally got that tattooed on his neck, which is that's the number one place. If you're trying to get a job, you don't want to have a neck tattoo like that.
He owns the company. Who gives a shit?
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's putting that much faith into his own fucking brand and his company.
And tattoo AEW on your neck.
That's just what Travis Barker said. All right.
For that reasoning, I can support the tattoo, even if I don't agree with it artistically.
I mean, let's be real. I've seen worse wrestling tattoos.
So have I.
Thing, all right.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty bad.
Back, all right.
You just don't know American traditional. That's all. There's different ways of doing tattoos well.
Art is subjective, guys.
art is very subjective. Speaking of art, I heard because I didn't see it yet, but I heard Orange Cassidy had a big moment.
Dude, Orange Cassidy was outstanding, dude.
Mr. Freshly Squeezed himself.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd was into it like they should. It was ridiculous. It was just the definition of ridiculous.
Orange Cassidy is one of those gimmicks that will go over well in every company except WWE. Vince would hate it so much.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get it,
dude. It's so indie.
It's so indie. It's one of those gimmicks that Triple H will be like, I can make money off of this, and Vince is like, you're out of your fucking mind.
I enjoy that his graphic when he comes out, it's just his name written in like marker, really shitty.
Fucking
King of
Orange.
sloth style, man.
What's up?
Sloth style.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. He's awesome. MJF won. I heard about that.
He can wrestle.
No, I know he can wrestle.
Dude, he's one of the most over guys in wrestling.
Oh, Orange Cassidy, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
It's ridiculous. This is why people who aren't wrestling fans think we're fucking stupid, because we go nuts over a guy who's slow wrestling, who's literally wrestling in slow motion. This is why people who don't watch wrestling just look at us like we're fucking idiots. MJF won. I heard he beat Cody on the neck tattoo. MJF also had a article on Newsday.
Did he?
Yeah, he posted it on his own Twitter.
Oh.
I didn't read it because I don't care for it, because fuck MJF. Which means I care about MJF. Which means I care about MJF.
Here's the thing about the MJF Cody match. This is probably the card. This is probably the match I was looking forward to the most on the card.
Sure.
But as the match came on, Nash was watching Breaking Bad. It's literally, he's been watching it all week. He's on the last season where him and Hank are in the garage and Hank confronts him. And I was just like, I have to watch this scene. And I don't want to shut the show too late. So I'm just going to let AEW play in the background. I'm running back and forth between watching Breaking Bad, that I've seen 3 times, by the way, and in the match. So the match was great, but not as good as Breaking Bad.
I've still never finished Breaking Bad.
You should.
Yeah.
I partied with one of the guys from Breaking Bad once.
Oh, yeah, RJ Mitty?
RJ Mitty, yep.
Dizzy's.
What a wild son of a bitch he is. That's another story for a completely other time.
I'm happy MJF won. So, Ricky, per our conversation last week, we say, the guys booking a company is putting themselves over. No, they're not.
Well, for the longest time he was. But I wouldn't have been surprised if he won.
I wouldn't have either. Watching, I thought he was going to win. The way the match was going, I thought he was going to win. But then
Did Wardlow interfere?
A little bit, like with Brandy, and then Cody ended up drop kicking Arn.
Oh.
MJF won by pulling the ring out of his tights and knocking Cody out.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, that diamond battle royal ring.
Yeah.
I hate that that's a thing. Like, that's such a random gimmick. But I guess
I'm curious if they like in October or whatever they do that tournament again, or if they just like forget about it.
I think they're gonna forget about it. Maybe. I don't know. It was a battle for a diamond ring. Like, it made no sense to me. Well, people have wrestled for worse things.
Yeah. If I wanted to battle for a diamond ring, I'd just go on Tinder.
Heyo.
Heyo.
But the storytelling on the Cody MJF match was phenomenal. Probably not the best storytelling. The best storytelling was the tag match, and definitely match of the night, if not match of the week, if not match of the month, if not match of the year.
Within a 2 months at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, it was a leap year, dude, because you're gonna see one match like that from the Young Bucks every 4 years. It wasn't quite a spot fest. The ending was like, because they took their time. They actually sold. They told the story. Like,
but you've never seen a Young Bucks match.
There was part in the match where like Hangman spit in Matt Jackson's face, and then he just went off, like just got on top of him, started punching him. Kenny comes in, tries to separate him. He goes off, punches him. Then his brother comes in, Nick Jackson comes in, separates them. because there's heat there, whatever. And then I keep saying MJF, Hangman comes out and tries to powerbomb Matt Jackson through a table, and Kenny comes in and goes, no, do it in the ring, throws him in the ring. So like there's good storytelling there to get some bad blood. They kind of tease a turn at the end between either Hangman and Kenny. Didn't do it, but it was interesting. Okay. And one thing I will say, towards the end of the match, they were kicking out too many finishers. It went on 5 minutes too long.
False finish city.
Yeah, very much.
I think they're gonna do set up Hangman and Kenny by All Out.
That'd be fun.
That's the match.
Yeah.
That's what they're building to. It's a matter of who turns on who. Because right now, like the Young Bucks are kind of.
It seems like Hangman's gonna like turn on him, but like I feel like Kenny's probably gonna turn just to like surprise everybody.
I think that's what they should do. Because you turn Hangman Adam Page heel, it's not gonna work. Because the cowboy shit gimmick is way too over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not gonna boo him. You're not booing Hangman Adam Page. It's not happening.
No.
But at the same time, though, like you can't boo Kenny.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's really Omega.
Well, you guys aren't Smarky.
This is very true. We live to see Smarks cry.
Yeah, Ricky's a loyalist.
I mean, I agree.
I'm not a loyalist. I'm a Smart Slayer.
Ricky's a WWE loyalist.
I prefer WWE over AEW because I think they do better at storytelling.
Because you're a red coat.
Whatever. Red looks better on me anyways. I live in a red town, wink wink.
Hey man, red and black works, just saying.
Yeah. It's not the red I'm talking about. Kate Murphy knows what I'm talking about. Huh?
This is the Hofstra red.
It's not the Hofstra red. I'll tell you off air the red that I'm talking about. While I do that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about another pay-per-view that we have to preview, and it's the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Thank the Lord, and a quick little preview of NXT. So we're going to take a break. We will be right back.
That's on Sunday. Fuck, I completely forgot.
I can't believe it's on Sunday.
Yeah, there's Undertaker's doing a meet and greet by LaGuardia Airport, and then on Saturday, and then Chambers on Sunday, and Dave's going to both. Remember when Dave was anti WWE for like a hot second, and now he's back in it?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
WrestleMania season.
True.
It's true.
All right, Ricky, you're recording the Skype call, right? The whole thing?
Yes, I am.
All right, actually, I can do it. I can take the because I always stopped recording for like 5 minutes at the beginning, so I missed my intro.
Oh,
I didn't notice it, so I'm gonna pull it from the Skype audio.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You should be able to save it on your end.
Yeah.
When I get done. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And by the way, the red I was talking about is that I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of Bloods.
Oh, I thought you were going.
How did you not get that?
I knew Kate got it.
I thought it was like Republicans.
No, no, they are far from Republican. They are not conservative at all.
Dude, how is Joe Biden winning anything?
He won Super Tuesday, right?
He pretty much won. Yeah, he won most of Super Tuesday.
Don't you say that?
Yeah, dude, that's an issue.
I want Joe Biden memes to return. That's all I want.
He thinks Super Tuesday is like a Thanksgiving holiday.
Okay, R2.
He is the R-Truth of politics, dude. He's too old.
So I mean, all politicians are usually too old when they get the presidency, except for like a few.
That's 100% true. But he literally said the other day he's running for. He's like, I'm your candidate for U.S. Senate.
That's good.
Dude, you can't remember you're running for president? You probably shouldn't be running for fucking president.
Fucking good.
Dude, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I don't know. I'm probably not voting for any of the Democrats, to be honest.
You can vote for yourself. You can put your name in there for president.
Well, I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to vote for...
No, go bet on yourself, Will.
Go bet on myself?
Yeah, last election I didn't vote because I hated them both.
I'd probably vote for Andrew Yang anyway.
He's out.
I've listened.
I know he's out.
Yang is out. That sucks. I listened to Yang. He went on Hot 97 one morning. I was like, wow, this guy makes actually a lot of fucking sense.
He's been out for a while, but I still might write his name down because hopefully he can run again next time.
Yeah. You know, fucking Biden. Did anybody see the R-Truth 24, by the way?
I saw part of it.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Really good.
I forgot he was the first ever black NWA champion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
He ever had a serious career.
What's up?
I forgot he had a serious career. K-Quick?
Yeah, K-Quick, R-Truth. It was he talked about all of it. He talked about his entire career and growing up. You get to see like where he used to live as a child in like the slums of North Carolina.
Picture of him with Tupac?
Yes, that was him because he was a legitimate music artist. And he would open up. He was like the local town that would open up, when all the big rap stars would come to North Carolina. She has pictures with a ton of people, which is absolutely fucking wild.
Mm.
So apparently they love R-Truth.
Jesus, great.
You just see the stuff that the footage that they have of him.
Yo, dead ass, I thought he was going to win the entire Super Showdown tournament. I was really excited because it was going that way.
That was really compelling, actually.
I'm like, yes!
Because it's like he has a 24 coming out. This makes so much sense. Oh, man. All right.
I didn't realize how over he was out there. It was amazing.
A lot of the superstars are over there. And it's also the idea of like they don't get it as often as we do. So they enjoy it more so than we do because we're spoiled brats.
Yeah, we are. And I like think about that like every so often. Like we're really lucky to get all the experiences like we've had. Like in terms
why do you think like the United Kingdom and the Brits lose their fucking mind on European tours?
Yeah.
Because they're never there. It's like the one time a year they can see wrestling. And so they lose their shit.
That's when I like my bucket list, like to see like WWE in the UK, like go to like a UK taping.
Oh my god, yeah, it's meet Jermaine.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to party and bullshit with Jermaine.
Hi, Jermaine.
Right. Hi, Jermaine. Jermaine actually likes this. So, all right, we ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Slack. Will didn't say Slack. All right.
I never say Slack. I just mark the audio.
No, wow.
Wait, you need to sync it up once.
True. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kings of the Rings podcast exclusively here on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it's time to go into the Elimination Chamber. And no, not Kate Murphy's bedroom at night. We're talking about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Excuse you.
I was gonna say, God damn, Ricky.
That was a good one. Thank you. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. Kate, you're so red right now. What is going on?
I guess AJ Styles got eliminated, bruh.
You can eliminate AJ Styles in the Elimination Chamber. He's too phenomenal. He's got too much protection for that. He's got the club behind him.
Them and their rubber gloves.
Yes. The new rubber gloves are called the club. Kate, you cannot hide in your hoodie. I'm sorry. You're still on camera. Okay. So let's...
I just got red. The library is closed.
Okay, Leva Bates. Take it easy over there. So let's get into it. So the first match on this card that we're going to go through in Elimination Chamber is actually the no disqualification match between AJ Styles and Aleister Black. Kate, what do you have for us?
The irony. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know. Here's what I feel about this really quickly. Aleister Black's in a really tough spot because he's just the middleman between AJ Styles and Taker. And you best believe Taker showing up at Chamber to confront Styles. I'd be really surprised if he didn't after AJ Styles pretty much pinned Aleister Black with Taker's own signature pin, which is
Didn't that just happen on Raw?
Yeah, that just happened on Raw.
I legit stopped breathing when that happened just because Aleister Black has not been pinned on TV in over a year.
Yeah, I think AJ loses this because Taker's going to interfere. AJ's going to get upset. Aleister's going to kick AJ's head off. AJ's going to sell like
great.
AJ's going to sell like a monster. And Aleister's going to win, and then Aleister's going to move on to something else. So this is
Aleister needs this win really badly because he's just like in a really weird limbo.
Yeah, and AJ's going to get pissed that Undertaker keeps fucking up his matches.
Yeah. Well, Aleister Black kind of has to get out of like mid-card purgatory if he wants to, elevate
Just
to the
stay
main
far away
title
from
picture.
stay far away from Ricochet.
Yeah. How do you go from having a WWE title shot to losing the 24/7 title within like 3 days?
To Riddick Moss.
To Riddick Moss.
I don't even remember what he looks like, Riddick Moss.
Exactly.
I go a little face blind when it comes to Riddick Moss. I know he's brown hair.
It's long brown. He's a former football player, so he still has a football player build.
Hey, Google, send a picture of Riddick Moss to my phone.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Nah, she can't do that yet.
Yeah, Riddick Moss doesn't exist in Alexa world.
Google doesn't even know who he is.
All right, let's move on. What we have here on the card: the United States Championship, a returning Andrade, versus Humberto Carrillo.
I don't like him.
Humberto?
Yeah, I feel he's not bad. I just don't give a shit about him at all.
You know what it is? Because Angel Garza outshines him every week.
Yeah. But Humberto has the better entrance music.
I may be wrong here, but I feel like Humberto has no personality.
He doesn't. He's very
vanilla.
He's a very vanilla babyface, yes. Very vanilla.
But like he could go in the back in catering for 6 months and I wouldn't notice.
There needs to be something for him to like fire up and become like a dedicated babyface. But I don't know what's going to make you fire up more besides, I don't know, fighting your own family.
But they're doing that match again at Elimination Chamber.
Well, no, it's Andrade. Andrade's not related to that.
Oh yeah. But
Kate, Jesus.
Mary and Joseph. So here's the thing: does Andrade lose his first legit match back, his first singles match back?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think so.
I agree.
Drop a Mania.
Here's the thing: if Andrade was the drop, you have to trust Humberto as a proper babyface to carry the U.S. title, and I don't trust Humberto as a proper babyface to carry the U.S. title. That's what it comes down to. I like Andrade more in this situation. Maybe you do Andrade and Aleister. And all you literally do is recreate the NXT Championship match from New Orleans, except with the U.S. title.
Please.
That's all you have to do, literally. You can do frame by frame the same match, put it at WrestleMania, the crowd will go nuts.
I am in strong favor of that.
No one will know except for the NXT marks, and not that many NXT marks go to Mania.
Although it's in Tampa, so all of them are going to be there.
Very true. Very, very true. So we'll see what happens. But, Hulk Hogan guy will be there. That's all that really matters. Moving along, the interesting 3-on-1 handicap match for the IC title, Braun versus Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke. And Sami Zayn's wrestling again.
Hey!
But Braun's
I hope Sami Zayn pins Shinsuke and wins.
Mania match.
Wait, that's not how it works. I'm sorry.
No, they one of them has to pin Braun.
LOL, Braun looks strong.
Although, it could be to make Braun look strong. I don't see them. I mean, they finally gave Braun a singles title. They finally gave Braun a title where he doesn't have to carry with the little fucking kid. So it's either make Braun strong as the IC champion going into Mania, or you create some sort of dusty finish where it's like a fatal 4-way or something for the IC title. The IC title is always that weird title at Mania where it could be like a singles match or it could be a giant gimmick match.
I don't know. Braun Strowman, I think his title reign came like 2 years too late, and I don't give a fuck anymore. And I feel like really bad because I really like him and he's really good. I'm not interested. Yeah.
I like it, but I think the best thing here is it's got to be a multi-man match for the IC title. If the United States Championship is going to be, if they do even feature the U.S. title at Mania, if the U.S. title is going to be a singles match, the IC title has to be a multi-man gimmick match.
I mean, like, who can you build in 5 weeks for a strong singles match for the IC title? Because this Mania card is fucking stacked. This card on paper is massive.
My lord almighty, it's big.
Yeah, it's like I wish I was going because this card is way better. Last year's card was good. This year's card is just damn. It's twice as good.
Yeah, so far.
So far.
Yeah, we're not even done. Yeah, there's still more matches to be announced.
But all the major matches are set up and pretty much booked, so that's good.
Yes, which is very, very good.
WWE did a very, very good job at booking this WrestleMania.
Yeah, and now you just have to fill in the gaps with whatever matches you want to do.
But what's good is, remember a few months ago we were talking about how we had no idea what direction Mania was going to go in at all.
That's a great thing.
And look how good it is.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. I love when we don't know. We don't have to know everything. That's why I don't read dirt sheets.
Yeah, 3 months ago I never would have predicted Braun Strowman, but two, would be in the main event. Never in a million years.
The return of Edge 3 months ago.
Just like, yeah, I was like, who is going to win the Rumble? Like, you usually have an idea who could win a few months out, like who they're going for, who's hot, who's not. What's the main event going to be? There's always rumblings. This year is kind of like, shh. Shut up and enjoy it, asshole.
Yeah. And the only hint that we got that they were probably giving Drew a big push is that a lot of the off-screen stuff during like after Survivor Series and after that Survivor Series Raw that me and Will were at, Drew McIntyre got a lot more time on the mic.
Yeah, and he got a cage match with the Fiend.
Yeah. So they were doing a lot with Drew McIntyre. But back to this IC title match, something funky is going to happen. I'm interested to see what it is. I would love to see Sammy and Shinsuke part ways and then fight again, like the first time they fought, which would be great. Something's got to give. Where do you put Cesaro in this? Who the fuck knows? But something's got to give.
Probably what it's going to be at Mania. Braun versus Shinsuke versus Sammy versus Cesaro.
No, you know what the match should be? It should be Braun and Sheamus.
Yes.
That would be a very good match.
Just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, how about be the opener?
Let's make it a Belfast brawl even.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Don't use so many weapons. Is this a brawl because they're two fucking huge hands dudes? Like,
have him power slam Sheamus on the pirate ship.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
Literally though.
All right, let's move along. We have new tag team champions of Raw, the Street Profits, in a Raw rematch versus Seth Rollins and Murphy, the people who they just beat for the chip.
Dude, I just heard thunder.
What?
Yeah, dude, I really just saw flash lightning and heard thunder in March. What the fuck is happening with this world?
It's called rain. Spring is coming in like 17 days, Will.
Thank God.
Know. Still, man. It's too early for thunderstorm.
I thought you meant like WCW thunder. I was like, well, thunder's been canceled for a long time.
Did I tell my epiphany what AEW's new show is going to be?
Thunder?
No, it's AEW Flash.
They should call it lightning, actually. Oh my god. I hope not. But do the Street Profits retain and become proper champions by beating the Monday Night Messiah and Murphy?
Yes.
I sure as hell hope so.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman loves these guys, so I don't see why they would stop now. Not a problem is, what do you do with what does Seth Rollins do going into Mania?
Probably Kevin Owens, 1-on-1.
Which I'm fine with, actually.
Yeah, it's a good mid-card match.
More than okay with.
Or if him and Murphy break up by Mania.
Or you put Murphy over in some way, shape, or form, which would be great.
Well,
right.
or in order to get the match, what everyone really wants, that's been kind of building on and off since Survivor Series, is that singles match. You can't really have a singles match when one of them has a tag belt, so you got to get them off.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. I agree. I heavily agree with that. So yeah, more props to the Street Profits. They're finally getting their due. So moving along, the first of the Elimination Chamber matches, because there's two this year. The Elimination Chamber match for the tag team titles. The greatest tag team of the 21st century, The Miz and John Morrison, the tag team champions of SmackDown, versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, versus Heavy Machinery, versus apparently Lucha House Party, because they still exist, versus the New Day, versus the Usos.
Can I just say, when they announced Lucha House Party, I forgot they were signed.
I did too.
At least it wasn't the Puerto Ricans.
The
Shining Stars.
The Shining Stars. They're the Colognes now.
Whatever. Sure they are.
Where are they?
Prove it.
Touche. Okay, so this is hard because again, the Miz and Morrison just did win on Super Showdown, and you had kind of this rumbling, and they kind of teased the New Day and the Usos feuding again, and everybody remembers that epic tag team feud that they had a couple of years ago. And it would be great to see them battle for the title again, but at this point, do the Usos and the New Day actually need the tag titles to fight each other?
No.
But it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt at all.
But I don't need to see that feud again. Like I've seen it enough. I've seen it enough too short a time. Right? It's like seeing Randy Orton, John Cena again. It's been like 10 years, but still not long enough.
Well, but Usos and the New Day haven't feuded in like 3 years. Two actually, sorry.
Has it been that long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm fine with it.
I mean, they put an amazing match.
That's one of my Fight Forever feuds, so like I'll never complain about it. Well, probably. And that's the same thing with Randy Orton and John Cena. That's the Fight Forever for me. I could watch that all day.
And the thing with the Usos and the New Day, when they did that teaser, is that when New Day were saying, "Oh, you're 6-time tag champs. We're 7-time. We have one more than you."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it would make sense that they battle for the title. But I think WWE has something with the Miz and Morrison.
Yeah,
they're dumb, they're stupid, but they're entertaining.
Yeah, it's like when like frat guys haven't seen each other in like 15 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they go back to the frat house and like they're drinking more than the kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
Miz and Morrison.
Morrison sleeps with a 19-year-old.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting match. We don't have tag team elimination chamber matches often. This is the second one, I think. The first one was won by the New Day. So there's a lot of moving parts in this. So we'll see. I like it.
It's clever. It's a clever SmackDown Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, and the Raw Elimination Chamber match is the foregone conclusion match of the night with Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Natty versus Ruby Riott versus Sarah Logan versus Shayna Baszler.
I wonder who's gonna win.
In the we don't need to book this match. You know, I know we said this whole match is pointless, but WWE knows that. They're only doing it because they can say Shayna Baszler used to be a cage fighter a lot.
No, she's in a cage.
She's legitimately in a cage.
And in that case, I'm fine with it because it makes sense.
It's not going to be about Baszler winning because we all know Baszler's pretty much going to win. It's going to be about the other feuds that they're going to set up. You obviously have the Riot Squad infighting, which happened on Raw again, where you had Ruby versus Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan was the guest referee. And Sarah beat the crap out of both of them at the end. And then you have Asuka and Natty, who have been semi-feuding for a while. So it's all going to be about how those stories progress, more so than the foregone conclusion of Shayna winning.
I'm honestly just excited to see Asuka Shayna in the chamber since that didn't happen on Raw. For good reason.
We didn't see Asuka. Well, Asuka was.
It was supposed to be, yeah.
But we got Asuka Kairi Sane, which is fun because we saw that in NXT. But Asuka Shayna is one of those matches that could be really fucking good.
It would be really good.
It will, yeah, 100%. That's a match we never got in NXT either.
No, it's not. They just missed each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be pretty awesome. But that's what the Elimination Chamber card is right now. Obviously, there might be more stuff added, like a pre-show, but who cares? I'm gonna give this. This might surprise. This might be a surprising card, but I'm not betting on it. I feel like WWE is going to do some shock stuff to get people excited for other matches, and other matches they're going to have to play it safe. So I'm going to give us a 7.5.
6. That's
6.5.
Wow, Kate again splitting the difference.
I just don't have any expectations for it.
Yeah, which honestly is not always a bad thing with wrestling, especially especially in a pay-per-view that has no business of existing really. Like it doesn't really need to exist. It has some use, but it doesn't 100% need to exist.
Yeah. So it's a good thing.
I give because we didn't agree at the other ones. I give Revolution a 9.
Okay.
I thought it was incredibly solid.
I'll give Showdown a 7. It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst thing I've seen.
Yeah, Showdown was a 6, and I give AEW probably a 9 also.
Okay, awesome. Before we go to our last break, NXT is really upping the ante. And we talk about a stacked Mania card. NXT is stacking their Tampa card as well, and especially for their shows. I mean, we had Charlotte on against Bianca Belair, which Bianca's still not there yet, and apparently Rhea Ripley doesn't know the concept of a run-in,
No.
which was very disappointing. Well, did you see that yet?
I skipped to the end of the match. It got to the point. Sometimes when I watch wrestling, especially when I know what's going to happen, I kind of skip to the end to see it.
So I'll tell you what happened. So obviously Charlotte won with a natural selection.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a weird finish, and so Charlotte wins. She wins. She continues to beat up Bianca Belair, like brings in a chair, does all this stuff. Rhea Ripley's music hits. So now you're thinking in classic wrestling logic, run-in, right?
Here she comes.
Rhea Ripley does her entire entrance.
The foot stop and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The ref literally has to push her into the ring. While Bianca's there, like, taking a chair to the foot.
Bianca's there dying.
Yeah. Charlotte's like trying everything to, like, just elongate this.
That's really funny.
But
Anyway,
like,
they don't do runs in the UK.
I was like, oh, this is bad. She got destroyed.
why did she think that was fine?
I was like, it's a run-in.
Like she's there holding her vest, like she's just walking all slow.
That's what happened. It's exactly what happened.
Hey man, at least it was a Batista with a machine gun, alright? It could have been a lot worse. I'm just saying.
So until Batista, there's no pyro in NXT.
I walk alone.
Oh my god. Too fucking good. But yeah, they have 2 cage matches this week on NXT. We have a women's cage match, which is it's Tegan and Dakota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then we have Velveteen and Roddy in another cage match.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and Regal named said there's going to be a women's ladder match at TakeOver Tampa with qualifying matches to see who gets into this women's ladder match. It's going to be for the number 1 contender ship for the NXT women's title, whoever that is leaving Mania.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I am very excited about that. Because, I mean, ladder matches and WrestleMania weekend and NXT usually go well together.
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
Usually. You know, they did that one time with the North American title in New Orleans, and that went over well.
It's good for everybody except Ricochet's back. That's what it's not good for. And Mauro Ranallo's vocal cords.
Yeah, so that is that's going to be a big thing at TakeOver. TakeOver is going to be a pretty crazy card, and we're also looking at apparently Finn Balor versus Walter at TakeOver Tampa, potentially for the United Kingdom Championship.
Interesting.
Yeah. Finn came out on NXT to talk about what's going to be next for me, and Walter's music hit, and everybody in the arena lost it.
That was a good segment. That was a very good segment. NXT, because the thing with when you watch NXT, it's kind of a nettle. We got to compare it to AEW because it's on the same day. NXT is the better storytelling, Ricky, like you said, overall.
Yeah.
And probably the better wrestling, like match to match,
Sure.
especially in the main picture. But I do think AEW is the better show, and this is why I'm not going to really just talk about AEW here, but like NXT, it feels like the show it has too much meat on the bone to be an hour show, but not enough meat to be 2 hours. If that makes sense.
I get what you mean.
There's like 1 or 2 segments in NXT like per week. It's just like, all right, this is like a tune-up match, or this is kind of like a get exposure match, or this isn't like doesn't always serve a purpose. Whereas AEW, every segment serves a purpose. There's enough.
I think the exposure and tune-up is serving a purpose. in and of itself.
It's
Doesn't move.
I think not for primetime TV.
Doesn't
I mean,
move a story.
Not primetime, excuse me, for like mainstream television.
Okay, doesn't move a story in that sense. Probably not. You're correct. And I think that's probably where AEW all of their matches are trying to move some sort of storyline. In theory, and I think that's the difference that you're going for. Which, hey, it is what it is. NXT is actually doing a Tuesday taping, the weekend after Mania. So, like after that Raw after Mania, NXT's taping on Tuesday, which is interesting. I don't think they're going to move to Tuesday. I think they're recording on Tuesday, and then showing that on like the Wednesday slot. But who knows? So for the first time, NXT will either be going live on Tuesday, or they're going to be recording on Tuesday and pretending that it's live on Wednesday after Mania. So something to look into. And also, NXT is going to be going from the filming from the Performance Center this week. Because
school have like something going on.
Full Sail has some like Hall of Fame induction or something that they have to do. So they gave away tickets to the last NXT crowd because they're going to do a fan fest and thing. So they're gonna be going live from the Performance Center like they did Halftime Heat a couple of years ago. So it's going to be an interesting setup for them. So yeah, that's pretty much all of our NXT. That's Elimination Chamber review. When we get back, I'm going to tell you how I got to meet a local wrestling celebrity.
Such a fucking crazy story.
I love this story.
This is actually one of my better stories, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. It is weird. I have to show you guys. No, I should put the picture on social media. You guys saw it.
I gotta pee. Hold on.
Uh-oh. We're actually making good time. This segment won't last long.
Yeah, we'll make time. Just at an hour.
Yeah. I was listening to a New Day podcast, and they had the Usos on. It was fucking hysterical. They talked about their Hell in a Cell match, about how they set it up.
Right, their Hell in a Cell match. Dude, yeah. What a match.
Yeah. I mean, they talked about meeting each other in FCW and all that stuff, and how Big E had never wrestled before.
He's this giant dude.
Yeah. They said they play this thing where it's called like Man in the Middle or something like that, where you literally go through like a chain wrestling routine. You're like the person in the middle of the ring, and you go through a chain wrestling routine with everybody that's surrounding the ring. And the coach chooses who comes in next.
Oh, God, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like lock up, armbar, do like a rollover, something like that, but it's next person.
Oh.
But I think Jey Uso said when he locked up with Big E for the first time, Big E locked up on him so hard, like snot came out of his nose.
Gross.
And he was like, "Yo, have you ever done this before?" Big E's like, "No, never."
Well, don't actually strangle me.
Yeah. He was like, "This is kind of like a dance, like, you don't have to lock up so hard." They're really funny, and apparently, if one of the Usos was born like 2 minutes later, they would have been born on the next day.
That's hilarious.
So we got into this giant argument about whether or not they would be twins if one was born on another day.
I mean, yeah, they would be. Why wouldn't they be?
Because they were born on a different day. They can't be twins. And so they went into like, they went into this whole thing about what is the definition of twins.
Yeah, being a twin has nothing to do with being born on the same day. It's having the same genes and chromosomes or whatever. Like same genetic makeup.
And eggs, too. Which, ironically, the Usos are not identical twins. They're fraternal.
They look alike, though.
Yeah, they're two separate eggs, though.
Weird.
Identical twins come from the same egg.
Weird.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Slack. We gotta figure out a way to bring in Slack into this last segment. We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively here on Wrestle Addict Radio. Now, I had mentioned last week that I was going to go to Evolve and meet up with some people. Well, that didn't happen at all, which I'm kind of upset about.
Thanks, Slack. It's all your fault.
Fucking Slack.
Dicks out for Slack.
No, not actually. Not actually. And by the way, Slack, we're waiting on that pilot episode because Slack has aspirations from becoming more of an intern and probably upgraded to a side host. So he would be side host Slack and not intern Slack.
I'm just saying, Ricky, if you don't scoop him up, I'm going to scoop him up for Ambiguous Productions. I'm just going to let you know.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Remember, he wants to join my network first. He reached out to me. So, with that being said, Evolve also, we didn't mention, Evolve also opened up their first ever gym over Evolved Wrestling School in Queens, which should be interesting if Kate and myself and Will decide to become wrestlers in the future. We're going to go to Evolve. Will, you can be my manager.
I'm down.
Kate, you can be, I don't know what you'd be.
I have managing experience.
You screamed a lot.
Yeah.
That's not managing experience. Well, we said we're going to get you to talk about your wrestling past.
Oh, yeah, one day.
Because your Instagram is still up, by the way.
I know.
But anywho, so I didn't go to Evolve. I had a friend from college visiting the Long Island area, and I don't see her often, so I went to go see her and her new booth thing, and we were spending the time at a local pub called the Green Turtle, a chain pub, nonetheless. So I'm at Green Turtle. There's not really many people in there. I'm watching the XFL because it's fucking Saturday. And this elderly lady is sitting next to us. She then sparks up this conversation about, how do we know each other? We're kind of just appeasing her for the most part. And I think she noticed I was wearing my Bray Wyatt Go to Hell shirt that I just bought myself for my birthday. Because go me. And she's like, do you watch?
You go, girl.
Yeah. Miriam is her name, by the way. So Miriam asked me, because we became friends, she's like, do you watch wrestling? I was like, yeah, I watch wrestling. And my friend's like, does he watch wrestling? Like, just hyping me up. And I was like, yeah. I watch wrestling like a lot. I go to WrestleManias. I've been to a bunch of shows. I'm kind of downplaying it. My friend's like trying to hype me up. And she's like, do you know who Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I started name dropping. I was like, yeah, Zack Ryder is from Mary. Kurt Hawkins has these 2 schools. She's very impressed that I know all this stuff. And she goes, oh, well, I'm Kurt Hawkins' mother-in-law. Let that sink
in. Only you.
Only me. I meet wrestling familiar wrestling people in the weirdest places.
You ran into Gallows and Anderson getting out of a cab in Brooklyn once.
That was amazing. I forgot about that. That was a great.
I think I've heard that story before.
Yeah, you weren't there because you were too hungover, so you didn't make it out that Sunday.
No, I wasn't hungover, dude. I got home at 5:00 in the morning from WrestleMania.
You didn't come out with us Monday after Mania. I'm sorry.
I'm still mad I missed that because we had to go find Fuckface.
Anyway, story.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, so we're talking about that, and she's talking about how she's been to a lot of all the WrestleManias, like in New Orleans. I was like, you were in New Orleans too? I was like, I want to be like, we should have met up and had some drinks. It's like elderly, like 75-year-old lady.
Is she going to Mania this year?
I'm probably. I totally forgot to ask her. So she then ends up leaving after this lovely conversation. She comes back and she's like, "This is for you. Thanks for being a wrestling fan." And it's a manila envelope, and inside the manila envelope is a signed.
Cocaine.
No.
An animatronic tarantula.
No.
It's ricin.
No. It was a signed 8x10 of Kurt Hawkins. An official WWE signed 8x10 of Kurt Hawkins.
Only you.
Only me.
What the fuck?
Only me. She's like, next time you see me, you're going to buy me a drink. I was like, Miriam, I got you on like 20 drinks, boo. So that's adding to my collection of weird ways that I meet wrestlers or wrestling affiliates, as well as weird ways that I get memorabilia from also wrestling affiliates. This goes up there with like the time I met Michael Cole's niece. That was a big one. Or the time I hung out with Wale during WrestleMania Dallas.
I forgot about Michael Cole's niece.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that one.
Michael Cole's niece was one. I met Milk Chocolate, the tag team on the indie scene, as well. Or like when we just pretty much hung out with Ricochet at the bar in New Orleans
Jelly.
the night before his debut in NXT, which is crazy. That he pulled that off. So that's just that's how my weekend went. I've got another collection of my autographs and stuff. Dusty Dave has a great picture of Rhea Ripley if you haven't seen it. And he also has a picture with my twin. So in essence, I was at Evolve because Keith Lee was there.
Wait, so you mean there's another picture on Dave's Instagram that's on his stupid fucking bunny?
Or on his Twitter, but yes. And also breaking news, before we get out of here, before we go into King of the Night and Match of the Week and all that stuff, Will and I, on my birthday, I thought of somebody other than myself, and I fronted the money for Will and I to be at SummerSlam. We are going to Boston. Will is going home, just like I predicted when I went heel last year during Mania, that he was going to pack his bags and go home, but unfortunately, I'm going with him.
Hey! That's a good one. I didn't think about that one. That's solid.
Yes, but unfortunately, I'm also going with him to Boston for the first time, which means I'm going to have so much Yankee gear, it's not even going to be funny.
Oh boy.
Well, luckily you're big, so no one's gonna.
I know. I'm like, try something. Let's go. So yeah, Boston's going to be a great time. We're going to be there for all 4 shows. We're going to be at SmackDown, TakeOver, SummerSlam, of course, and the Raw after SummerSlam. We're going to be tearing up the streets of Boston, just like they did in Assassin's Creed 3, except with paved roads, which is going to be a great time.
We're Stone. Actually, Boston does have some cobblestone roads.
They still do? Damn it.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
get with the times.
Yeah, right? It's not 1800 anymore.
Yeah, so if you're going to be in Boston, let us know. We want to do like a giant barbecue get-together with some of our closest and favorite people, especially all of our Patreon fans. We're looking at you, Vaz family. We can't wait to hang out with you guys and see you guys.
Yeah, my mom asked me last week. She's like, "So how many people are coming?" I'm like, "I don't know yet. It's gonna wait and see."
Well, we got 5 months. We can get a
Yeah, I'm like, we have plenty of time.
yeah, we can get a good list of people together and stuff. So we'll work it out. So more to come from that. But let's wrap some things up here. Let's go to Match of the Week. Kate Murphy.
No question. Young Bucks and Omega and Hangman at Revolution.
Easy, definitely. Me too.
Oh, well, part of the Me Too movement. Good job.
Yep.
So I'm going to go also with a tag team match. It's a tag team match I saw on Raw. It was pretty much a luchador tag team match, but it ended up being really fucking good. You had Rey and Humberto versus Angel Garza and Andrade.
I also need to give a special second place to Breaking Bad.
Fair enough. But yeah, so my tag team match of the week was the Raw tag team match. This is going to be interesting because this is really hard to do for me this week. King of the Night. Will.
Hangman.
Okay. Kate Murphy.
Do you want my answer?
Yes.
Goldberg.
King
King of the Night is Goldberg.
I'm fine with your
How
answer.
dare you?
The rest of the internet's not fine with your answer. I'm okay with your answer.
I stand by my answer. I'm proud of my answer. Come at me, Smarks. Goldberg.
All day, every day.
All day.
Well, take it easy over there. Calm it down over there in the chamber. You know what's really bad? Everybody's gonna know your bedroom now is the Elimination Chamber. Like you're never living that down.
Mm-hmm.
My king of the night, or my queen of the night, was going to be Miriam from Rickard Hawkins, autographed 8x10, which is obviously worth millions. But I saw Randy Orton cut the best promo of his life on Raw with Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
That segment from top to bottom, from start to finish, is excellent. Absolutely excellent. I didn't think Randy had an in him to cut a promo worth a damn. Beth plays just, a strong wife, and also just a very staunch New Yorker, because Beth is from New York and she's pretty much a badass. And everything about that segment was great. If that segment did not happen, I was probably going to give it to John Cena and The Fiend. Oh, there's a thunder. But that segment with Randy Orton, unfucking believable. And it wasn't just what Randy said, which was great reverse heel logic, like any good villain has. Has great intentions, just an ass backwards way of doing it. It wasn't Beth with her slaps or just her staying, very, very just tough for her own family and things like that, and slapping him and kicking him in the nuts. And it wasn't even the RKO, which was beautiful, which I thought the RKO is fucking great. And Beth took the RKO like a champ, like that was a perfect sell job. It was even the people who came to run in on the segment after Randy had left. So, Kate, did you notice the people that ran in?
No.
Okay. First off, Natty. First one out there.
I saw Natty's. I didn't notice the actual run. I noticed Natty was there after that. I think wasn't Kurt Hawkins there too?
Both of the former Edge heads, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, were there wearing Edge shirts. So there you go. That's good symbolism right there. R-Truth was out there, probably thinking he was going to save Trish Stratus.
Probably.
Who else was there? Rey Mysterio came out.
Okay.
As well, part of the SmackDown 6. So it wasn't just the segment itself, but it's all about everything. There were so many details in that segment, especially the people that came for the save or the half-ass rescue, which makes that segment so powerful in so many different ways. And there's only one thing that could actually top that segment, and you have to bring in Christian.
Yeah. Do you think it's a show?
If you do this correctly, Christian is a mainstay on Backstage. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yeah.
You start his Randy bashing on Backstage, which forces either Randy to show up on Backstage, which would be great because you get the ratings up on Backstage, or it forces Christian to show up on Raw and confront Randy. Excuse me. Either way, Randy and Christian need to have a face-to-face. Not only because of Edge, but also because there's chemistry there before. When Christian was going back and forth with the world title, who was he facing? Randy Orton. They have their own personal history. Then you have the history with Edge. And also, Devon came out for the save as well on Beth. And Devon and Edge obviously have the history with TLC.
Oh, I didn't even notice Devon was out there at all.
Devon was out there. Devon's an agent, but he came out as agent clothes. So that's what I think, and it's one of the best segments that Raw has produced in a long time.
Agreed.
And it was just all around just a beautiful, beautiful segment. What are your thoughts on the Randy segment?
I think it was really well done, like you said. I was actually worried it might have been not good. I thought it was going to be a 5-minute segment. He wasn't going to really say anything or give her any answers or give anything. I thought he was just going to kind of RKO her and that would be it. Mm-hmm. But he actually conveyed emotion, which I didn't think he was really capable of doing anymore because he seems so checked out for a while.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of Randy Orton, but he's just been so difficult to watch lately because he doesn't care. This is the first storyline he's been in a very, very long time where he actually seems to care. He's having fun.
Maybe since he cared about the Kofi storyline in a weird way.
Yeah. But for the most part, it's been super apathetic, super flat on his part. And yeah. I think he sold it well. Beth sold it perfectly. I hope they do something with their kids.
Ooh. It's one of those things. It's always weird when you add kids to something like this, because you don't know if they're going to understand it. I mean, when they had the Ray 24 or whatever it was with Dominic, and they had Dominic on, Dominic kind of understood what was going on, and he was able to kind of play along with Lynn. But then you have the moments where it was AJ Styles and Samoa Joe from SummerSlam, and AJ has AJ has a daughter there.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's kind of clear she's there, but she doesn't know what's going on.
I think it just depends on the kid.
Yeah, I think it really depends on the kid, whether or not you're going to include them, or if they're even mature enough to even understand the show aspect of wrestling.
Yeah.
Who's kid?
You know, it's weird. We were just talking about, well, as you were awkwardly silent.
Oh, I went and had vicious diarrhea.
That's great to know.
Crohn's waits for no man.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm solid. I'm very solid.
Okay.
Actually, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite of solid.
Oh no.
Put it this way, it's liberating.
Now we were talking about whether or not they're going to do a future segment for the Edge and Randy angle
That's
with
what I figured. With Beth's kid and Edge's kid.
with his
Yes.
kids. Yeah.
How old's their daughter?
I actually don't know. She's got to be probably close to 10.
There are 2
I'm
kids.
assuming. I don't know.
I was gonna say let's do that first. That's probably gonna be the answer to all of our questions.
They're both like
Yeah.
children.
They're both really, really young.
I want to see him RKO a kid.
No. I think that's crossing the line on all like borders.
I mean,
Child abuse. but
there's
yeah.
the part of me that like that would be the most fucked up thing in wrestling history. Oh no,
No.
these children are small. One looks like to be 10, one looks to be about 6 or 7. These are little kids.
So I'm gonna go no to that one.
Yeah, don't RKO them.
No, don't RKO them at all. Like, I mean, they barely got away with punching a baby. Remember that segment?
It's a fake baby.
It was a fake baby, but still, that
Allegedly.
baby got some air. Oh.
That baby was asking for. You see what he was wearing?
I gotta teach him early. But yeah, no, that Randy segment, well, when you do get to see it from start to finish, fantastic.
I will watch it.
Oscar goes to him, and then also we'll pay attention to who comes out for the half-ass rescue at the end.
Okay.
A lot of interesting people. Well, my King of the Night goes to the Viper himself, Randy Orton, which I don't think I've ever given Randy a King of the Night.
I don't think many of us ever have.
But it was that shocking and it was that good. So it was very surprising. So yeah, anybody else have any news and notes to go into before we?
Elizabeth Warren didn't even win Massachusetts.
What's up?
What?
Elizabeth Warren didn't even win Massachusetts.
Wow,
Who won
didn't win?
Massachusetts?
Biden.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The Biden era has begun.
Ugh.
Bring on the Biden memes. Bring on the Biden memes. Wrestling Twitter is the only word that doesn't have doesn't have to burn to the ground. We can all burn to the ground together with Biden memes. That's all I want.
Right.
All burn together. But speaking of burning it down, let's burn some midnight oil and let's all get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Cue that music. Whatever it may be. Surprise me this week. Will.
Judas twice.
Don't fucking play Judas again.
No, it's not going to be Jewish twice. I'm not talking that long again.
You should play the Judas, but the choir.
No.
Oh, yeah, dude, the choir singing Judas was fucking amazing. Ricky, you missed it.
It's incredible.
It's probably not as better as the choir singing Glorious.
It's not, but
But
actually,
it's still great.
it's actually not even close. If I'm being completely honest, it's nowhere near close. All right, but yeah, continue.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 187, Side Host Slack. I am your main pimp, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets. Obviously, find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen, like, subscribe to us each and every week by subscribing and listening to Wrestle Addict Radio wherever you listen to your podcast. If you're an Apple person, on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. You're an Android person on Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, even at Wrestle Addict Radio. So subscribe to us there. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell your friends, your mama, your uncle, your daddy about Kate's Elimination Chamber. I mean, listen to the podcast on Wrestle Addict Radio. Find Wrestle Addict Radio social media at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Facebook and Instagram. We are finally getting on a legit road to WrestleMania. It's almost less than 30 days until the show of shows. I'm getting real excited. I just got to make sure that I use a lot of hand sanitizer between now and then so that I do not get coronavirus. Will, how are we doing?
Yeah, if you're the resident pimp. I'm fucking Iceberg Slimmer, right?
That's also a pimp.
How you, girl? How you doing? You want to be my trick?
The trick is that you actually read the book.
I did. I love that book.
Your plugs, Will.
No, that's it. I passed it to Kate Murphy.
All right, cool. What up?
Without your plugs?
Yes.
All right. Since you have nothing to promote, I guess it's me, the bottom bitch of this podcast.
You don't have to think so highly of yourself, Kate. Jesus.
I'm number one, motherfucker. I'm number one. I'm the queen bee, the Kate Murphy. You can find me on Instagram at the Kate Murphy. You can find me on Twitter at the Kate Murphy _. I want to watch Drag Race.
Of course you're going to watch Drag Race.
I never want to hear that ever again.
It's so good. There's even a wrestling episode with Joey Ryan.
No. You're going to watch Drag Race. We're going to go watch Backstage. We were on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh, right. Backstage is on right now.
Exactly.
I want to play Halo.
Will's going to go play Halo and try not to get diarrhea. We got to get out of here. We got shit to do. So goodbye. Good night. See you next week. Oh, yeah. And fuck you, Side Host Slash.
Fuck you, Slash. Bye.
See you next week.
All right.
That was good.
Oh, my God, it's pouring.
The old man is snoring?
No, I, heard noise in my microphone. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's fucking pouring.
I should have got my car washed today. Sorry, I'm joking. I didn't get my car washed.
What's this week? 170?
187.
187.
Yeah, you're going back in time there, Kate.
If I could turn back time.
Fucking God. Fucking shit.
I started making my Pride playlist already.
Kate, that's 3 months away.
I know, I'm excited.
Wait, are you going to be able to go to Evolve and Pride? Is that in the same?
What do you mean? What weekend is Pride Evolve?
June 13th?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Pride's the 28th.
Yay, we get to go to stuff together.
Yes.
Wrestling. Oof.
And then the following weekend from Evolve is I'm playing that Pride benefit show again.
Oh, we might have to show up, Will.
Yeah. I'm giving you plenty of notice. It's on Booyaka, June 19th.
Booyaka,
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
Later.
By bedtime, I mean backstage time.
I'm on backstage right now to jump up the feet of John Cena.
Okay, perfect. I will talk to you later.
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.